In a move that's shaking the foundations of global trade, the European Union is now threatening to cancel a staggering $43.2 billion aircraft order from the United States. Yes, you heard that right. Billions of dollars at stake, and the target is one of America's most iconic exports, airplanes. This shocking development isn't just about aircraft. It's a direct backlash to Washington's escalating tariff strategy. What was supposed to shield American industries has now become a double-edged sword. Instead of boosting the economy, these tariffs are pushing major foreign buyers to rethink their commitments. And Boeing is right at the center of the storm. The European Union's frustration is not unfounded. With rising costs due to import duties and retaliatory tariffs from their own governments, European airlines are under mounting pressure to break long-standing procurement deals with US firms. The result? A global chain reaction of trade uncertainty that's now endangering thousands of jobs and billions in revenue. Could this massive order cancellation be a strategic bluff aimed at forcing Washington to reconsider its trade tactics? Or is it a sign of a real and growing rift between two global economic giants? Before we dive into the full story, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated with the African Web, your source for global events that impact Africa's economic future. At the forefront of this transatlantic dispute stands Ryanair, Europe's largest low-cost airline and one of Boeing's most loyal customers. With a fleet made up almost entirely of Boeing aircraft, Ryanair has long been a dependable buyer for the US aviation giant. But now, that relationship is showing cracks. In an open letter to both Boeing and policymakers in Washington, Ryanair's outspoken CEO Michael O'Leary didn't hold back. He warned that US tariffs are inflating costs across the board, affecting spare parts, maintenance, and future purchases. His message was blunt. Either the US adjusts its trade posture, or Ryanair will start looking elsewhere for its planes. O'Leary's threat isn't idle talk. In the high-stakes world of aviation, even a hint of uncertainty can lead to major contract shifts. Ryanair has already hinted that it may cancel or significantly reduce future Boeing orders if tariffs continue to escalate. That's not just a blow to Boeing's bottom line. It's a warning sign to the entire industry that even the most trusted business relationships aren't immune from political fallout. So, where can Ryanair turn if it parts ways with Boeing? The obvious alternative is Airbus. But there's a catch. Airbus is already operating at full production capacity, and it's struggling to keep up with current demand. That makes slotting in new orders a logistical nightmare, especially in the short term. Some have floated Comac, China's stake-backed aircraft manufacturer, as a potential backup option. But the risks there are enormous. Comac's planes aren't fully certified for Western markets, and using them could trigger a political firestorm. Even US officials have voiced serious concerns. One American trade representative recently warned European airlines about the geopolitical risks of deepening ties with China's aerospace sector, especially as tensions between Washington and Beijing show no signs of easing. In this global supply chain chessboard, every move has consequences. Ryanair is caught in a complex dilemma. Choose a politically risky supplier or wait years for Airbus to free up capacity, all while grappling with rising operating costs due to US tariffs. Ryanair isn't alone in its concerns. Across the aviation sector, airlines are beginning to reassess their procurement strategies. For years, aircraft contracts paid little attention to the threat of tariffs. That's changing now. Legal teams are reworking deal clauses. Insurance companies are reassessing risk exposure, and financial analysts are downgrading Boeing's long-term projections. This ripple effect is leading to increased diversification. Airlines that once relied exclusively on American manufacturers are now exploring hybrid fleets, including a mix of US, European, and potentially Chinese aircraft. While diversification can provide security, it also introduces new layers of cost, complexity, and compliance. What was once a stable and predictable supply chain has now become a minefield of strategic and political calculations. Adding fuel to the fire, China has taken direct aim at Boeing. Beijing has reportedly suspended the import of certain Boeing aircraft and halted new parts purchases. This retaliatory strike isn't just symbolic. It's disrupting production lines and threatening delivery timelines worldwide. Boeing, already grappling with internal quality control issues, is now dealing with aircraft being returned by Chinese airlines. Several undelivered planes remain grounded, parked indefinitely at American facilities. The message is clear. China will not hesitate to weaponize its vast market to hit back at US trade policy. And for Boeing, the implications are devastating. Losing both European and Chinese clients would not just hurt quarterly earnings, it could permanently alter the company's global market share. Even outside the immediate tariff zone, the effects are being felt. Air India, which had been in advanced talks with Boeing for a multi-billion-dollar aircraft deal, is now holding back. Citing delays and uncertainties in production, the airline has paused negotiations and is exploring alternatives. More tellingly, Air India is considering acquiring undelivered aircraft that other airlines have walked away from, a clear sign that confidence in Boeing's delivery timelines is weakening. While the Indian government remains officially neutral, insiders say there's growing concern about being caught in the crossfire of a US-China-Europe trade conflict. This strategic pause by Air India may not make headlines, but it's a crucial indicator of how global trust in US manufacturing is being quietly eroded. The aviation industry isn't the only one suffering. In Europe, Tesla is facing its own crisis. Sales have plunged, factories have become protest zones, and its once celebrated brand is now under fire. Political backlash, fueled by trade tensions and anti-American sentiment, is driving customers away. Environmental activists have staged demonstrations and vandalized Tesla showrooms, accusing the company of exploiting European workers and sidestepping local regulations. Meanwhile, Elon Musk's increasingly controversial political statements have alienated large swaths of the public, especially in countries where social and labor issues are politically sensitive. Tesla's European dream is unraveling, and much like Boeing, the company is discovering that political positioning has real economic costs. From airplanes to electric vehicles, US firms are learning a hard truth. Trade policy isn't just a government issue, it's a corporate risk. The EU's $43.2 billion threat against Boeing isn't an isolated incident. It's part of a broader shift, where geopolitical tensions are now reshaping how global partnerships and procurement strategies are formed. As traditional allies turn into hesitant partners and competitors exploit the gaps, American businesses must decide, will they adapt to the new global order or continue to rely on a system that no longer protects them? What do you think? Is the EU bluffing with its cancellation threat, or is this the beginning of a long-term shift in global alliances? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the African Web for more insights into how global politics shapes the future of trade, business, and development across Africa.